you've probably stared at your cat and thought, when did that little gray chin show up? And maybe a small part of you worried it meant decline. What if I told you that some of the most beautiful signs of aging in cats aren't signs of fading at all? They're proof you've given them exactly what they needed. Cats who age gracefully don't just live longer, they live better, and the evidence is written in every quiet purr and sun-soaked nap. Today we're counting down the 10 signs your cat is aging beautifully, and why each one is a reflection of you. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. The Silver Badge. That sprinkle of white around your cat's muzzle isn't a warning sign, it's a milestone. Just like humans, cats naturally lose pigment in their fur as melanin production slows with age, and cats who live long enough to earn those silver highlights are cats who've been given consistent, stress-free years. Veterinary studies note that premature graying in cats is far more common in those exposed to chronic stress, poor nutrition, or untreated illness. A cat who goes gray slowly and gracefully, with a coat that remains soft and full despite the color change, is a cat whose body hasn't been forced to divert resources toward survival. That silver is proof of every peaceful year you gave them. But what's happening beneath the fur at number 9 tells an even bigger story. Number 9. The Confident Stride. An aging cat who still jumps confidently onto their favorite windowsill isn't defying the odds. They're proving that years of good joint health have paid off. Cats naturally develop some stiffness with age, but cats who've been kept at a healthy weight, fed quality nutrition, and given appropriate exercise throughout their lives maintain mobility far longer than neglected cats. A senior cat who walks with purpose, stretches deeply upon waking, and still climbs to their favorite perch isn't just lucky. Their body is telling you that years of thoughtful care have protected their joints from the accelerated deterioration that plagues overweight or sedentary cats. Number 8 is even more telling because it reveals something about their emotional world that most owners never consider. Number 8. The Unchanged Glow. You know that look in your cat's eyes when they're truly content? Half closed, slow blinking, completely at ease? When an aging cat still meets your gaze with that same soft expression they had as a kitten, you're seeing something remarkable. Cats who experience chronic pain, anxiety, or discomfort lose that relaxed eye expression, often developing a constant wide-eyed vigilance, or a dull, withdrawn stare instead. A senior cat whose eyes still hold warmth and curiosity is a cat who hasn't had to build walls around themselves. They feel safe enough to remain open to the world, and in a creature who masks vulnerability as instinctively as a cat does. That openness is one of the purest measures of emotional well-being you'll ever find. But number 7 is where things get genuinely surprising, because it's something many owners mistake for a problem. Number 7. The Longer Nap. When your senior cat starts sleeping more than they used to, your first instinct might be worry. Don't rush to that conclusion. Cats naturally shift their activity patterns as they age, sleeping up to 20 hours a day. And when that extra sleep happens in their favorite sunny spot, with a relaxed, sprawled-out posture rather than a tense, curled-up ball, it's actually a sign of deep comfort. A cat who sleeps deeply, occasionally twitching or softly snoring, is a cat who feels no need to remain vigilant. Chronic pain. Cats can't settle into that kind of rest. Cats living with untreated anxiety sleep lightly, always half alert. Your senior cat who melts into the blanket and stays there for hours? They're not declining. They're proving they've never had a reason to worry. What they do as soon as they wake up, at number 6, is equally telling. Number 6. The Morning Groom. When an arthritic or unwell cat stops grooming, it's one of the first red flags veterinarians look for. A dull, matted coat often signals that a cat is physically struggling or emotionally shutting down. So when your aging cat still meticulously washes their face after every meal, still spends 10 minutes smoothing down every whisker, still keeps their coat clean and sleek despite moving a little slower than they used to, you're witnessing something beautiful. Self-grooming isn't just about cleanliness. It's a behavior cats abandon when they feel unwell, unsafe, or depressed. Your senior cat who treats their grooming routine like a sacred ritual is telling you every single day that they still feel good in their own skin, and they still care enough to show it. And number 5 might be the most underestimated sign of all. Number 5, the steady appetite. A cat who rushes to their bowl with the same enthusiasm at 12 that they had at 2 isn't just food motivated, they're healthy. Appetite is one of the most reliable barometers of feline well-being because cats are notoriously skilled at hiding discomfort in every other way. Dental pain, digestive issues, organ dysfunction, and even emotional distress can all show up first as a cat who simply stops caring about food. Your senior cat who still meows at precisely 6 p.m., still licks the bowl clean, still treats dinner time like the highlight of their day. They're not just eating. They're reporting for duty, confirming that their body still processes food comfortably, that their senses are still sharp, and that their zest for life hasn't dimmed. But the real emotional proof waits at number 4. Number 4, the unbroken curiosity. Show an aging cat a cardboard box, and their reaction tells you everything. A cat who's struggling physically or emotionally won't investigate new objects. They'll retreat, conserve energy, or simply not care. But a senior cat whose ears still prick forward when you crinkle a paper bag, who still has to inspect every grocery bag and delivery box, who still chases the occasional dust mote across the floor with a flick of their tail, that cat is aging beautifully. Curiosity is an energy-expensive behavior. It requires confidence, cognitive engagement, and physical readiness. A cat who retains their curiosity deep into their senior years is a cat whose brain is still firing on all cylinders because their body isn't draining resources elsewhere. And the connection between curiosity and the bond you share? That becomes undeniable at number 3. Number 3, the louder voice. Has your senior cat become more vocal lately, greeting you at the door with louder meows, chatting while you prepare their food, following you from room to room, narrating your every move? Many owners mistake this for disorientation, but in cats without cognitive decline, increased vocalization often signals something else entirely, a deepened bond. Cats vocalize primarily to communicate with humans, not other cats. And a senior cat who talks more than they used to is a cat who has spent years learning that you listen. They've built a shared language with you, and now they're fluent enough to use it freely. That loud meow isn't confusion. It's conversation. It's the sound of a cat who has never felt ignored, developed across a lifetime of you responding to them. Number 2 takes this bond into even deeper territory. Number 2, the closer cuddle. When your aging cat starts sleeping pressed against your chest instead of at the foot of the bed, or insists on being in your lap every single evening, they're not being needier. They're expressing a bond that has deepened over years of trust. Cats become more physically affectionate with age, not because they're cold, but because their attachment to you has become their primary source of security. In the wild, older cats in colonies often seek closer physical contact with their most trusted companions as their need for vigilance shifts. Your cat curling into the crook of your arm every night isn't a sign of decline. It's the culmination of every gentle hand, every soft word, every moment you chose patience over frustration. They're not clinging, they're finally close enough. And number 1, that's the moment every cat owner hopes for. Number 1, the same you. Here's the most profound sign your cat is aging beautifully. They still treat you the same way. The same head bump against your shin when you walk through the door. The same slow blink from across the room when you catch their eye. The same purr that starts rumbling the instant your hand touches their fur. Cats who are suffering, physically or emotionally, withdraw. They hide. They stop greeting you. Their personality dims. But a cat who, even as the years stack up, still brightens when they hear your voice, still needs the blanket beside you at night, still chooses your presence over solitude, that cat is telling you the most important thing a cat can say. You didn't just keep them alive, you made every single one of those years worth living. Aging isn't something that happens to your cat. It's something you've walked through together, side by side, year after year. Every gray whisker, every extra nap, every purr pressed against your chest is a chapter in a story you wrote together. So the next time you notice another sign of time passing, don't mourn it. Celebrate it. It means you kept your promise. Did your cat show any of these signs as they've gotten older? Drop your story in the comments. I love reading them. And if this hit close to home, give it a like, share it with a fellow cat parent, and subscribe for more.